I don't know, I've always had like a really strong interest like in the Chinese culture. Like I think ever since like starting to get my nails done in New York, and like I don't know, I always found like them so interesting. And when I went to college, I had to, since I'm an international business major, like I had to take a language, like so I could either take Spanish or try something new. And I just thought it would be like, I don't know, I thought like I'm studying international business, like why not take, you know, the language of the future or something. If I speak Spanish, English, and then Chinese, I think I would make myself like better off. So I took Chinese, and then I was like, well, okay, I'm taking Chinese, and then I need to practice the language. So I decided that I wanted to go study abroad there. And somehow, like, because of my credits, I wasn't able to study abroad during the semester. So I started to look for something so I could come during the summer. So that's how it started. Well, I didn't really get to visit a lot of places just because like I was mostly working, and I was doing 2 jobs. I was doing my internship, and then I was teaching English. So I only went to Beijing. Like that was like I was like, I can't go to China and not go see the Great Wall. So I had to go to Beijing. So Beijing was like mainly the only one, and then I've just been sort of like around Shanghai, the outside of Shanghai, like the, what is it, Shijiahui, Watertown, I don't know, things like that. And then I'm planning to go to Yellow Mountain this weekend before I leave, and so that would probably be it. I loved it. I really loved it. It's similar to New York. I'm from New York, but it's also like super different, and I just like love like the amount of people that are here, like the amount of people you can meet, and like I've met, like just in the little time I've been here, I just met so many people, and like that's just me. Like I like being friendly, like meeting people, so it's been like really fun, like really, really fun. You know, there's so many things you could do here. Like there's something to do every day. Like I don't think you could ever get bored. So like, I don't know, like going out to bars, there's every possible bar in the world you can go to, just different restaurants, like trying new foods, and just seeing like different cool, there's so many cool places here. So I think it's like super interesting to just try whatever you can, you know. So I don't really have favorite apps, a bunch of things. I think like the fact that I have so much variety, I think that makes it like so, like that makes it so cool. Like you don't have to do the same thing all the time. Awesome. Like I think I got really lucky with like the company, and like all the things I've been learning, and just sort of like it really applies to at least my major in college, and I'm simply like applying everything I learned in college as an international business major into like a real life situation where I'm basically doing like a real job, you know, like I do everything, like, and it's been like the most amazing like learning experience, I would say. So I'm really happy with my experience here, for sure. It's a lot like more like hands-on, as if in like, I think it's a terms of like politics. I think in the US, for instance, like you can't technically work and get paid as an intern. You know, if you're doing like real jobs, like legally, you have to get paid for doing the job. So I think like in terms of, because of that law, I would say, like companies don't give so much responsibility to their workers. So like one of the great things about China is like that's not the case here. So I was giving so much responsibility. I was giving so much like hands-on, you know, this is what we want, now let me see what you could do. And I think that's like awesome, because that's the only way you get to grow. You know, and especially if I'm just starting my career, I think this is like the only way I can make mistakes and learn from them, or things like that. As if in like, if I was to do an internship in New York or in the States, for instance, like you simply can't do as much because it's actually not allowed. Like that's actually considered illegal if you were to do that much, you know. So I think like for that reason mainly, like I think it was a great like opportunity here. Really random, like, and I was just like applying in the beginning of the semester for like internships all over. Like this is what you do as a college student. So I don't know why I decided to like just like type it on LinkedIn, and then it was just like, oh, an internship in China, and I was like, whoa, like that's awesome, because I really wanted to go to China in the summer anyway. So I was applying for internships, but at the same time I was gonna actually apply through my school for a summer program. And then like when I saw that, I was like, well, I'm just gonna apply, like what do I have to lose? So I applied, like sent my resume, whatever, and then somehow it happened, and then I just came. since you're here for the most part alone, you have no, I mean, at least I don't have family, I don't have anybody near China. So like if something was to happen to me, it's sort of like I have like a little mom or like, I don't know, someone who like is looking out or like would be worried or like concerned if something was to happen to me or feel sort of like responsible for me, which is like necessary to an extent because I mean, you're here alone and China's a huge country, like, I don't know, a lot can happen. So for that part, I think is like necessary to an extent, you know? So yeah, it's really funny. Do not stand by the door when you like get in a subway because it's just not a good idea. So like, I think it was like the second time I was writing this, because like I got here and then I straight went to the orientation, and then like the next Monday, I had my first day of work. So I got here on Friday, like I got here on Thursday, the orientation was Friday, and then my first day was Monday. So like when I went to work that Monday, I just got on the train, like in the subway, whatever, just like there was no room to go anywhere else on the subway. So I just like went by the door, like where else am I gonna go? So I'm standing in the door, and I think it was like 2 stops like after I got in, someone like literally jumped on me. And I've like never been so scared in my life. Like I like freaked out. I was like I mean, I was just super freaked out. I don't know what he was gonna do or like what was going on. And then I soon realized it was just like the norm in a way. Like this is like very typical. If you don't fit, someone's gonna jump on you because they need to fit. So yeah, so never stand by the door at a subway. That's pretty much it. But yeah, that's a funny story. Explore like the Chinese culture as much as you can, like especially Shanghai, because you do have the option to be like very like Americanized or like simply just like an international. Like there's so many international food here. There's like you have everything that you have at home to an extent, so you could choose that route and just not really get yourself out there and explore the Chinese culture or go eat like Chinese food or try this and that. But I think like if you're in here in China and you came that far, and although it's like a very international city, like you really should go out and explore the culture, because however there's still a lot more to Shanghai than just like the tall buildings and like the expats and all that. I think there's a lot more culture, and that would be like, actually that would be like the main one. So yeah.